Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome along to Arsenal Fan TV. So, Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League this Wednesday night. I've got really different feelings going into this game. Of course, there would have been a lot more at stake if we were to have beaten Anderlecht like we should have done when we were 3-0 up at half-time, only to throw the game away and only come out of that game with 1 point. We are sitting 5 points behind Borussia Dortmund in this Champions League group as it stands, and finishing top is looking more and more unrealistic. However, it is still at stake. We could go into this game with the mentality there's nothing to lose, but on the other hand, we do still need 1 crucial point to seal off Champions League qualification. So, I mean, it is a massive game on paper, but the significance behind it isn't quite as big as it should have been if we'd have beaten Anderlecht. Because if we'd have beaten Anderlecht, it would have been 3 points behind Borussia Dortmund. Going into that final game, there would have been everything to play for. I mean, if we win, there is a lot to play for in that final game, but realistically, when Dortmund have got Anderlecht at home, you can't see them losing that game. Although Anderlecht, given how they played against us, who knows what could happen. But you wouldn't have expected it from Dortmund, given how they're playing this Champions League campaign. Looking away from the Champions League, though, Borussia Dortmund are enduring a torrid time in the Bundesliga at the moment, having some absolutely horrid results. And they go into this game on the back of a 2-2 draw in a game that they really should have won. They've seen injuries to the likes of Marco Reus, who has been a pivotal figure for them. And if not, he's kind of the Borussia Dortmund equivalent of our own player Jack Wilshere, who is also out, rumoured to be out for 8 to 10 weeks. So that's a critical blow to us. But then again, they've got critical blows of their own. So it's going to be a very, very even game. Looking at some of the players that really caused us problems when we travelled over to Germany at the start of this Champions League campaign, the likes of Mkhitaryan were certainly players that was a standout. He should have scored a couple of goals in that game. Aubameyang, absolutely rapid pace, also a very tall guy as well. He's going to be a constant threat throughout the whole course of the game. Immobile, he's kind of gone off a bit with Borussia Dortmund. I'm not seeing him as too much of a threat, but then again, he did score against us, so he showed his class there. And these are all players that are going to be very difficult for us to defend against. As well as that, they've got Gundogan, who's coming back into their team after a lengthy layoff on the sideline. So it's going to be interesting going into this game. I'm certainly looking forward to it. And hopefully, if we were able to get the win, that would be a confidence-boosting result for us. I mean, we go into it on the back of that 2-1 defeat to United, which was an absolutely abysmal result. And if I'm being frank, I've got absolutely no right to say, as an Arsenal fan, that I'm confident going into this game. I've got no right whatsoever to say I'm confident. I mean, picking the Arsenal lineup is going to be incredibly difficult as well, and a lot of players have to step up going into this game. The likes of Aaron Ramsey has to step up, the likes of Per Mertesacker has to step up, and you know, Arsene Wenger has to step up as well going into this game. He's got to revert his tactics. I think if he's going to win a lot of fans back, he has to make himself aware that it has to make it clear as well that there was something wrong in that game against Manchester United, and hopefully he'll change things up. Hopefully he'll change up the defence a bit, take Nacho Monreal out to that centre-back role and bring in Callum Chambers and possibly play Hector Bellerin. Because honestly, what have we got to lose if we do that? I mean, it can't be any worse than what we've seen with our defence lately, where we're conceding some absolutely torrid goals. Per Mertesacker as well, running 60 yards up the pitch as well towards the end of the United game. That's something that's got to be drilled out of him. Just all these players bombing forward, no discipline whatsoever. We've got to stay a lot more disciplined. And one player that you would hope would be able to help us stop overcommitting is certainly Mikel Arteta. I'll be the first to say that I was very, very harsh on him in that player ratings video. He was a lot more pivotal and instrumental in that Arsenal team than I first perceived. Watching the game back, he was certainly an influential figure, and hopefully he'll bring his leadership qualities into the game and be a key figure in the game against Borussia Dortmund and stop us from overcommitting when we're a goal or two up, because that's where it's going to be, the game's going to be won or lost for us, if I'm being honest. As well as that, we need to be a lot more clinical. Players like Danny Welbeck certainly have to be taking their chances, but so do players like Aaron Ramsey. Got to be making the right key decisions. That's where the game was lost against United in a sense, because we were making some very, very poor decisions in the final third of the pitch. So the Arsenal lineup that I want to see going into this game is Emiliano Martinez in goal, Bellerin at right back, Chambers, Mertesacker, Kieran Gibbs, Arteta, Ramsey, Chamberlain, Rosicky, Sanchez and Danny Welbeck up top. Cazorla, I left him out of the lineup because I'd like to see Rosicky come into this game. Playing against his old team, I would have thought that he'd have been a bit more fired up for this, and we haven't really seen him this season, so I think this is a good opportunity for him to stake his claim and hopefully have a good performance for us and offer us something different. Because Cazorla, as much as I like the guy, his football has been a bit... he's looked very ordinary as of late, if that makes any sense. He's looked like a very average kind of player. I would like to see him push on. Certainly, I would like to see him push on. And I know that on his day, he's an absolute world-class player. So, you know, I wouldn't really have too much of an issue with him starting this game. As well as that, Emiliano Martinez starting in goal. That's certainly going to be an interesting one. When he came on against United, I thought he looked very nervy, very shaky. But on the other hand, that was a very, very big game in which to throw him in. When he played against Anderlecht in the victory over there, where we won 2-1 in Belgium, I actually thought he looked very good throughout the course of the game there. And maybe that was due to the fact that he was starting the game as opposed to being thrown into it in the 60th, 70th minute or whatever it was against United. So hopefully it'll be a good performance from him, and hopefully I can put my faith in him going into this game. But, you know, I still don't feel particularly confident at all going into this game against Dortmund. But the only way I can look at it is we need a win. We need a confidence-boosting result. I mean, the performance against United, the first half especially, was absolute quality. And if we replicate that performance, all we've got to do is some patient build-up, be more clinical and make the right decisions in the final third. Hopefully the goals will come our way, and hopefully we'll be able to get the win and expose this Dortmund side. But then again, they're going to be looking to do the same to us. They're going to start this game incredibly quickly, like they did over there in Germany. So there's everything to play for. Well, kind of everything to play for. I mean, this game isn't as big as it could have been. Like I said, if we'd have beaten Anderlecht, there would have been a lot more at stake. But unfortunately, that hasn't occurred. I think more than anything, we just need the confidence from this result. And hopefully we can look forward after this and push on and end this torrid run of form that we're enduring. Anyway guys, those have been my thoughts going into the game against Borussia Dortmund this Wednesday night. If you've enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like rating. Subscribe to Arsenal Fan TV, check out my own channel, AFC Game by Game, and thank you very much for watching, guys.
You can't keep defending the indefensible, right? It's not about 90 minutes. We were a bit. I feel sorry for the players. I thought they battled. They wore the shirt with a bit of pride today. But it's not about what we just seen there, Rob. Let's go back to the summer.